on our daily themes of the financial news. And really heading into kind of the end of the year, a couple of things caught my attention. Right, the stock market's still setting records, kind of that Santa Claus rally we've talked about. Boeing looks to be more and more trouble, but not really a lot going on in kind of just the daily news. But my email, Facebook, Instagram have been blowing up about two videos I put out yesterday, and actually an interview that I did, I think, over a year ago that got reposted on another channel. So I thought I would talk about those. First off, I put out a video yesterday about Dave Ramsey and really my, I don't know, I guess admiration for all he does to help people get out of debt, which he helped us decades ago. But he does have one, what I consider to be horrible advice for people looking to get into real estate investing, and that is pay cash, right? Again, you need to realize where the speaker is coming from, including Mr. Ramsey. He doesn't walk on water. He's not always right. He readily shares that his real estate investing story blew up because he invested short with high rate debt and then couldn't get out of the way when the bubble exploded on him decades ago. And frankly, it seems like he's never gotten over that. Hence, his number one rule for real estate investors is pay cash, which is just silly. So what I did is I did a kind of a side by side comparison. I went back, rewound the clock to when I was 30, and kind of tried to document what would have happened to us if we listened to Dave. And the short story is, if you haven't watched the video, is we would have saved some money, right? Our cash balance would have gone up, but we would have never bought a rental because the market raced ahead of us. And what we were trying to buy for 100 by year 4 or year 5 was worth 200. And our savings just couldn't keep up with appreciation. So the story of that video was bad advice, not good. The feedback's been, hey, a couple of things. First off, from Dave Ramsey fans, they're saying, hey, what would have happened if you just had that cash and instead of calling it cash, you put it in the market and averaged 10% return? I think that is, I don't know, it's an interesting math exercise, but has so many assumptions in it, it has to be flawed, but I think I'm going to do it. And then the other one is, hey, you carried the story through 2008. What would have happened if you carried it through 2012? Okay. I'm going to do another interview kind of side by side. We're going to talk about what happened in rough detail. Hey, Jersey. Morning, man. Jersey trucker, I think it says. We're going to do 3 columns. We're going to do one with actually what happened, which is all documented in this book. 2, we're going to talk about what would have happened if I continued with Dave Ramsey's advice, just keep saving until we can afford one. I'm guessing we're going to buy one in like 2010 or 11, but I don't know. I haven't created the video yet. And then third, to some of the feedback on Facebook that just blew up and just like nastiness, man. Jeez. I'm going to do one just what happened if we would have been in the stock market, and we're going to assume a 10% compounding yearly, even though I don't believe it. But hey, let's see what happens. So we're going to see what happens. We're going to do that. So that's the Dave Ramsey video. The next one was the Grant Cardone video. So I put out a video yesterday that Grant Cardone appears to be going, out of the sunshine state, so out of the South, like Texas, Florida, and he's going up to Maryland, I think it was, buying a 9-figure deal, right? He's a big baller out there with multifamily. And really the point of that video is one of twofold, right? I think there's 2 reasons you do that. One is he's basically saying we can't find deals in the market where we have infrastructure portfolio teams. Hence, you need to go elsewhere. I got some feedback from folks that are actually investing in Texas going, yeah, you're right. A couple people pinged me and said, yeah, I have, I'm trying to sell this deal or this deal. It's crazy what people are paying. Other people commented that property taxes are exploding and really squeezing cash flow. So it really pointed to the fact that maybe Grant, again, is being a great steward of money and going elsewhere. To the flip side of that, some people came back and were like, no, people are throwing millions of dollars at him. He's got more money. He's just like all the other kind of builders and syndicators. You don't say no to money if it comes in. You've got to place it. You got to put it to work. which again, it is a possible outcome. Um, I think we don't give him enough credit. I think a lot of people see him with his flash, myself included, get turned off. But realize he's been through the storm before, right? If you go back to some of his early videos, he talks about, going how '08 really hurt him. So maybe he's a little bit more, there's more substance behind the flash, right? The flash is camera ready, social media friendly, and all of that. Plus, he's got a big team behind him. I'm sure there are some, accountants and the like sort of managing the ship, if you will. So I don't know. It's going to be interesting. I know a lot of people out there kind of wish he explodes sometime in the future. I think that's bad advice. That's tearing somebody else down. Um, to take care of your own, that kind of thing is far more my style, and wish no ill on anyone. Especially because he's got a lot of people's money invested. That would be horrible, right? So I think it'll be interesting. I think Grant is telling us, as I said in the video yesterday, the market in Texas and Florida is too competitive. If he can't make money with the best rates and the deepest pockets, who can? Which I think tells us two things. If you're still doing deals in Texas, unless it's one of those relationship-based unicorn deals, you might want to run your numbers again because Grant's out, and he's made a living doing deals out there. So be careful. And then the final thing that has blown up my email is there was a interview I did last year. It could have been early. It could have been January this year, but I think it was late last year, where I talked about people need to focus on getting to 4 rentals. So let me give you context of when that video was recorded. So that video was recorded when we thought there was a recession. So I do think it was late 18, early 2019 when we were kind of nervous about what happened this year. And the lending market was really, it wasn't as loose as it is now. But really the point of the video is I want people to think about getting to 4 rentals, right? Stop talking about financial independence, start talking about bigger is better. Yes, that works for some people, but I'm trying to talk to the masses. If we could just get people to get to 4 rentals, I think their financial future is going to be better, right? Financial freedom is hard, but a better financial future is easy. And if we could just get people to think about getting to 4 rentals, and they start thinking in decades, you're going to have options. You're going to have a better, you're going to have a smoother retirement. You're going to have better options. You can sell one and pay off 3. I mean, there's so many things you can do. Um, I was asked in a couple of comments, do I still think that's the right advice? Absolutely. I think, rolling into 2020, if you want to set up a goal for the decade, right? Try to shoot for 4 rentals, right? If you're in a financial position where you could do 1 a year, do it. 1 a year, let's go. If you could do 2 a year because you're in a market and you have the income or savings, do it. Don't feel bad if you can't. If you can do 1 every other year, you're still ahead of the game. I still believe, as I indicated in the Dave Ramsey video, that real estate investing far outweighs just saving cash, right? You get appreciation, somebody else pays down your debt. You got to be conservative, right? Not Dave Ramsey pay cash conservative, but you need to be conservative. So, yes, I still think it's possible, and yes, I still think it's the right advice. Several people asked me about that. So why do I think 4 is the right answer? Well, again, I think 4 is something we can all understand. I used to make the mistake of going to tell our journey, right, that I ended up writing about in this book, right? It took us 15 years, right? Not and we went up and we went down in the real estate crash. And while people really like the book, and we're almost at 100 reviews on Amazon, so thank you. That's just a cool number, right? I think it's at 98 as of this recording. But if you haven't written your review, go write your review. Uh, oh, good. Thanks, Mike. Welcome to the channel. Make sure you hit subscribe. Um, but again, so we wrote about the journey in this book, 1 rental at a time. And I realized that while people smile, they like seeing the story, they congratulate you, they want to take your picture, right? If I'm in an event, most people then go to their car, talk to their significant other, and go, wow, we can't do that. So that's really why I've gotten to the 4 rentals. Let's just get to 4, right? 4 rentals, right? After 4, we can talk again, right? Call me, reach out to me when you get to 4. We can talk about what's next. But let's get to 4. 4 is also not a scary number, right? I think most people can see that as a possibility. Is it 1 a year, 1 every other year? It's okay. Uh, The real reason I got to 4 was simply back in late 18, early 19, they were easy to finance. That's the real reason. That's why I picked 4. It's a little different now in late 19, early 2020, right? Lending back when that video was created, that interview was done, um, it was real easy to get 4, but it was a little more difficult to get the 5th. So that's why we talk about 4, right? Go get 4. Um, and here's the real thing. In this world of side hustles and social media and all these other things, I'm the individual that says keep your day job, bust your butt during the day, earn, save, invest. And I think rental properties, as we document in this book, is the best side hustle for busy professionals. I looked at my market every day for 10 years, but it took me 15 minutes. That's what I committed to this, 15, 20 minutes a day. And that's how we built our portfolio. We built it one rental at a time. You should read the story. It's just another one, another one, another one. We talk about actual deals, lessons learned. My God, our first rental property was horrible. I'm still shocked we kept going. But read the story, right? Significant other was on board, all that good stuff. Next up, I don't think I think we get lost in talking about financial freedom. A lot of the real estate investing and frankly financial channels, they just keep pounding you with financial freedom. Again, I will say financial freedom is hard, but a better financial future is easy. So that's what I want to talk about. Let's just talk about having a better financial future. And if we can be conservative, we can understand needs versus wants, we can sacrifice, means save, and invest and repeat, we're going to be better. Next, when you do this 4 rental strategy and you think in decades, 20 years from now, you're going to have options, right? If you got 4 rentals and in 20 years, the debt's not paid off, but you could sell 1, pay off 3. Now you have 3 assets free and clear. You could do cash out refis if you'd like, 1 a year, every other year, right? Cash out refis are non-taxable. So I think getting to 4 rentals and only 4 rentals will change your financial future. And I'll feel great about helping you get there, right? If you get to 4 rentals, it would be pretty awesome. After 4, you can decide what to do next. Maybe it's like our journey where the first 4 kind of worked out and you just want to keep going. Great. Let's talk about that. You get to 4 and you're done. Great. Congratulations. That's awesome, right? If you only ever get to 4, pat yourself on the back. You're in the top 5%. That's totally cool. That's all right. That's a great goal for, the decade of 2020. So in the end, if you're going to do this and you like that, 4 rentals as a strategy, I want to give you something as we wrap up this video. I have a coupon code for my course because most people come back to me and go, okay, great, 4, but how? So I created a course. It's called How to Get Started One Rental at a Time, right? It's basically how we did what we did. It's how to learn your market, how to understand a good, a great, an average, and a bad deal. That's really what I teach you, right? When I talk about looking at my market 15 to 20 minutes a day, it was all looking for good or great deals. 99% of this stuff is bad. It's average, right? I was looking for those little special deals. And the only way you can do that is you need to do the work. I give you the recipe. You can look at interviews on this channel from students who did it, and they're doing it every day, and they're talking about the Excel spreadsheet and deal analysis and comparing deals. It's so fun to watch. If you do join, make sure you join the Facebook group because that's my private Facebook group just for students. But here's the deal. I'll give you a coupon code. It's called BOOK20, BOOK20. It will take my course, which is already under $200. It saves you 20 bucks, and I will mail you an autographed copy of this. Right, so I think there's a link below in this video. Watch the student interviews, see what other students are saying, and let's have fun in 2020. Let's get to 4 rentals, right? Let's just have a better financial future. If you choose to go more, awesome. But again, getting to 4 is just fundamentally going to change your life. And if you do 4 good or great deals like I teach you in the course, it's going to be pretty fun. All right, everybody, have a wonderful day. It's going to be fun, okay? Take care. Bye. We'll talk to you tomorrow.